Christina. I'm back with A&B Crafty Crafts, and today I have something special. I had a special request by a 6-year-old, actually my best friend's middle daughter, and her birthday is coming up, and the theme, of course, is skating. And they sent me an image of a cake topper, and so this is not an original idea, but I did create this cake topper through Cricut in the Cricut design space using several SVG files that they had available, and I kind of combined them and came up with my own. So the coloring is different, the placement, the style, everything. Um, so I am going to go ahead and do a voiceover and talk to you about what I'm doing and how I created it. So basically I'm starting off with poster board, and I cut 4 of these backings. I want to say it's the largest trace of all the images, and the reason I did 4 is because I wanted to make sure this was very sturdy. I didn't want it floppy or leaning over, and also I want to be able to conceal at the end the stick that's going to stick inside the cake. So here I'm using double-sided tape and glue, and I'm just going to go ahead and attach all 4 of those poster boards together. I did go ahead and cut all my pieces that I needed, and probably a little extra ahead of time, and I was trying to play with the layering and to see how I'm going to pull off this dimension. And you'll see that this does have a shaker in it, which is the disco ball, which I thought was really cool. So we'll get to that and go through the process as well as it gets closer. So many of you may know that I've started my business with Tina B Fashions, and yes, I'm still doing Tina B Fashions, and that is also my YouTube channel. Eventually, as I get more viewers in advance, I am hoping to go ahead and do a separate A&B Crafty Crafts YouTube as my A&B Crafty Crafts business grows. But fortunately, I only had this company for 1 year. It's been exactly 1 year, and I'm still learning with it. I'm still growing. And basically we do the card kits. This to me is fun, cake toppers. I don't know that it's something I want to do forever and offer my clients, but this is something that I don't mind doing as a side gig if someone needs them. And then the look of my daughter at the end, she definitely is going to want something spectacular like this to go on top of her cake. Anyway, so here you'll see I have all 4 layers of this poster board together using tape, and I'm also using the Deco art glitter glue. Now, the 6-year-old requested that I remove the hanging part from the disco ball. So instead of going through the process of redesigning it in the Cricut design space, I just went ahead and waited to this part, and you'll see that I'm just clipping those off. And I'm going to do that to all of them. Now this is also a poster board you see me gluing. Instead of doing mounting tape or foam for the actual, spit it out, it's been a long day, for the actual shaker part to add dimension, I actually cut this part out, I believe 4 times as well, 3 or 4 times, no, 3 times, to give the shaker a little bit room and also dimension. So I'm going to glue all those on first, and then you'll see once the glue sets, I'll go ahead and clip the top off as well. Okay, now I'm getting ready, making sure it's all settled. If you guys like videos like this, voiceovers, or if you prefer to listen to music, let me know which one you prefer. I mean, some people like to, hear what's actually going on. Some people are visuals and just need to see it. But either way, so there you saw me clip the top of those. Now I'm clipping the white. I'm just making sure everything lines up. This is my first time making this, so bear with me. And instead of using acetate, I know a lot of people use acetate. Normally I have tons of scraps of acetate from like stickers and whatnot, but what you'll see is I'm actually using a clear vinyl that I had on hand. So I'm going to glue the clear vinyl onto, it's kind of hard to see on camera, onto the white outline first. And then you'll see that once it sets, I will go back and cut it up, cut the edge around. But I wanted to make sure that I got a perfect fit, so I didn't cut the plastic beforehand because plastic can slip, and I just wanted to do this process one time. Yeah. So here I am lining it up, trying to get it as close as possible. Apologize for being off camera some of it, but literally all I'm doing is lining it up, and I figured I would pull it closer than me than putting my head in front of you guys. I also applied art glitter glue. I'm going to go ahead and stick those two pieces together. So it's a metallic ring, and then it has the glitter cardstock cut out as the actual disco looking part. And of course I got glue, like a little excess glue. You'll see later that I use a baby wipe to clean up some of the glue off the metallic cardstock. And actually the metallic cardstock that I use is actually a poster board. So instead of spending $1.99 for the sheet of metallic silver, and I feel like they didn't have it, and the one silver I did have I didn't like because it wasn't as bright. You can go to Hobby Lobby and go to near their paint section, and where all their painting stuff is, they have poster boards, and they're metallic, and I believe last time they went up, but they're 99¢ for a large sheet, and I just cut mine down to 12 by 12 so it fits in my machine. And not only is it cost efficient, but it works. You just have to be careful because I mean they do scrape up really easy, and you'll see like blemishes or bent dents or whatever on them. So there I cut off the excess plastic. Now I'm going ahead and gluing the top part of the disco down onto the actual plastic. I didn't put glue in the middle because I didn't want it to squeeze out and show up on the clear plastic vinyl. So I just put it around the edge, which is fine. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. Once again, checking it. So what I'm going to do here is take the back metallic part. I'm going to glue that down first, and then I'll add the sequins. And I'm basically using some sequins I had on hand. I believe the white, I want to say the white, it's like a white snow with metallic flakes in it, or shimmers. That is probably from Christmas. I believe it's like fake snow or something. So I used that, and then I had some silver sequence stars that I'm going to mix in and create my sequence to go inside the shaker. Excuse me, let me get some water. And there I am adding the snow. I just thought the colors look good on it. It looks really good in the light. Probably better in person than the camera's picking up. And there are the stars. And actually the stars were in a different sequence mix and I kind of picked them out. It had like silver and gold, and I really didn't want the gold in this because there was no gold anywhere else. So yeah, I was just making sure it all fits. I'll make sure that I don't catch any of that sequence in the edge. Adding more glue. So you'll see me use the Art Deco glue. You'll see me use double-sided tape. The double-sided tape is from Dollar. Oh, and there I go, clumsy, dropping it. But it's from, double-sided tape is from Dollar Tree. Well, what used to be Dollar. In my head, sorry guys, just making sure I got it lined up. Pressing down. And once the shaker part was done, I was like, okay, the rest of this is in the bag. Like, I got it. I can do this. I believe I was going to get, I paused because I was looking for one of my stamping blocks. I was going to use a stamping block to add weight till it dried, but it did okay. I did go back later on in the video and I seen a spot lifting and I added more glue just because it takes a little longer with that glue to set with slippery surfaces like the metallic and the vinyl. And the glitter too. I mean, using Art Deco glue does work on glitter cardstock. It just takes a little bit more to dry. So here I'm just cutting my mounting tape to fit. I don't want any showing through the front or poking out the edges. I'm just taking my time and adding that to start adding dimension to this. Now the disco ball does have dimension already just from all that layering that I did, but the rest of the pieces, I mean, everything is going to be layered up on here. You'll see at the end. I think that's what really makes it pop is the layers, adding the dimension. And this was absolutely not on my to-do list today, but I felt like crafting. And I wanted to do something that I was going to enjoy doing, not something that was less enjoyable. Using my Cricut pick, I guess you can say, pointy thingy, to pull off the backs of those that are stuck on the mounting tape. There we go. It's Cinco de Mayo today, so I felt like I should have been doing something with tacos, and it just did not happen. Maybe a taco, cake taco would be kind of cool too. Alright, here I'm just seeing how much more mounting tape I need to make it to where the star is on the top of the disco, sitting on top. Not completely, just the edge. So the other part I need to build up with the mounting tape, and you'll see where I add 2 layers on there just so it matches up. Because even though I'm building, like, I want I don't want my star sitting Cricut. I want it to lay flat on top of the next layer. Not flat, I guess that's a bad choice of words. Anyways, I want it to lay straight where it's not wonky at an angle. So I'm just getting it right. Here we go. The little clear trays you can see on my table, I got those from Dollar Tree out of the party section. So they're meant for sauces, condiments for parties. But I think they're they're perfect for containing all the little bits and pieces, or beads, or sequences, or flat gems, or not so flat gems. And you can put them in like the category, like I have stars on one that are just blue, other stars, other bits and pieces, the lace that belongs on the skates in one. All those are great. So I could keep it a little bit more organized instead of just throwing it all on the table. And then the same thing, like if it was beads or gems, like it just contains it instead of them rolling all over the table and half of them wind up on the floor. Half of them still wind up on the floor because I have a toddler. So, but you get my point. Now, there we go. Didn't remember which way I had it laying. I'm wondering if this little girl is going to watch my video, if her mom's going to show her. I originally thought it was going to be shorter, but it's still under an hour, so that's not bad, aside from the cutting. I don't remember how many times I had to cut. But do these colors not look great together? I love it. This glitter pink in my hand came from Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love it. Sorry, I had to reply to my nephew. He said he's coming over tomorrow, not tonight. Let's see. So this is where I got smart and turned around and grabbed my small circle mounting tape. This also came from Dollar Tree. I haven't seen these in a while. They may still carry them, but they're just pre-cut. And they worked good. They were like the perfect size to go on the back of the names, the letters. That way they still wouldn't be seen. Which I wish I would have thought of them sooner, because I would have used these on the stars as well. In my rusty old glue gun you see to the left hand side, I accidentally touched it at some point of this video and burned my finger for a quick second because I forgot it was there. I mean, I thought I was going to need it in case of certain things didn't stick well with the Art Deco, but with the Art Glitter Glue, but I didn't end up using it, and I actually unplugged it until I got to the end, where you'll see that I actually use it to glue the stick inside between the layers. I guess I could have speeded this part up for you guys. I don't know, do you like sped up videos or do you like real time? I feel like if it's sped up and you're trying to mimic something, or I don't know, I just feel like you miss stuff. But like real time videos, I enjoy watching in the evening. Like after I put the kid to sleep and I'm tired, but my mind isn't, like my mind is going with ideas. Those are when I really like to watch real time videos. And then either I fall asleep on them or I don't if they're super interesting. It just depends, but it helps relax my mind. Yay, and we're on the last letter. After creating this, I need to get some more mounting tape. I still have some to work with, but I'm learning that I like adding dimension to everything. I'm in that phase where you just add dimension. I said I was going to make coffee, but I can't believe it's already 7 something. Today has flown by. I don't know if it's because I had to go to the grocery store and the pet store to get Lola our rabbit some food or what. Like, I'm like, what else did I do today? No idea. But I expected to have more hours today, if that makes sense. I expected to have more time with the hours allowed in the day. But it's okay. As my mother always says, tomorrow's another day. Everything doesn't have to be done today. I don't know, but when I added the name, I guess because the name had that pop of color, this part just made me excited. I just got excited at this point. I'm like, the colors are coming alive, everything's looking good, it feels nice and sturdy. But I also realized I glued that flat down, and that is not what I wanted to do. So as soon as it hit me, right now, I quickly ripped it up. The reason being is because if I glued that flat down, I wouldn't be able to hide my stick. And I want to be able to hide my stick within the design. So the moment I noticed that, I said, the name needs to be elevated as well. And that's when I noticed that I needed a little bit more glue up there. But the concept in my head is if I elevate the name, the skate's already getting elevated. I would be able to stick the stick between the name up into the skate, in between the layers. It wouldn't be seen and it would be sturdy. But if I glued it flat, then I would just be gluing the stick on the back of the white base. And I didn't want my stick to show. Like, I'd rather just the white poster board show on the side than my stick show. And I didn't want it lumpy because of the stick being glued there, if that makes sense. So this is when I decided, yes, let's elevate it. But also when elevating, I had to remember to leave that gap where I'm going to put mounting tape in the middle of the name. And because if I put mounting tape all the way across, again, the stick wouldn't go in there. So you'll see I'm going to double it up. Do I double it up here? No, I don't remember. We'll see. But I clipped some of it back because I wanted the stick to be able to go higher up. So I took that extra piece of mounting tape off. And yeah, I do double it up. Which doing 2 of the mounting tape allowed I used a screwer to go as my little stake for this, and it fit perfectly just with the two mounting tapes together. So now I'm gluing that in place. Okay, so now to work on the number 6. I decided to use, again, the circle mounting tape, and I'm going to put those on the glitter backing first. This 6 turned out really cute. I'm not one to cover up glitter, but with the metallic, it just seemed to work. Can't believe it's going to be 7:30 and I still have coffee on my mind. That's because I went to Dunkin' today, and instead of getting a large like I normally do, got a medium, and like halfway through my day, like I took my last swig and I was like, should have got a large. Shoulda, woulda, but didn't. It's cool. Alright, so again, I am adding more mounting tape. We're building layers here. And you'll see that I check to make sure that the 6 lays as well like the star, where it's flat but elevated and not at an angle. Like, I think I did everything but take an actual level and lay it on top to make sure everything's leveled like they would do concrete or when they're laying tile. Sounds a little ridiculous, but so you see the 6 is going to touch at the top of the Y and a little bit on the disco, which is where I added that excess glue. See, I'm checking it and it's like not, it's kind of wonkish. So I'm going to pull that off and then correct it, which is just clipping away some of that mounting tape. I put it a little too long. That's okay. See, on here you get to see my bloopers, my mistakes, and just how I correct them. Or drop it, you know. We just drop everything around here. Go. Grab that handy dandy baby wipe again. Get some of that glue smudge off the metallic. Yep, I wiped it one more time. I'm surprised how well they work though, to be honest, but I mean, baby wipes are great for everything. For cleaning your rubber stamps, for wiping your shoes off, like, they're great. Alright, now to move on to the skate. This one itself, I didn't put any mounting tape on it. I did glue everything on the skate completely flat, but then when I got ready to, you'll see, when I got ready to attach it to the actual cake topper, you'll see where I add mounting tape. And I had completely forgot to cut those blue little circles out to go inside. I just used a small round punch, and it's a 1/2 inch round punch, and it worked out perfectly to fill in underneath the metallic outline of the tires. And then I'm gonna add the little silver in there just because I thought it was cute. Kind of remind me of like a bolt that's on the where the tires are actually screwed in. Kind of remind me of that. So I went ahead and added it on there, and it turned out pretty cute. Go to the top of my head again. I had extra pieces of skates, so I could have just changed up the way that the whole entire skate looked several times over. I mean, I think a pair of these two skates facing each other would have been cute for a cake topper as well. Like if you were to cut it one way with the Cricut and then do the mirror image and then have that just as a cake topper with maybe the name, that would be super cute. And when doing this, I did, aside from the poster board, I use a couple of 12 by 12 sheets. But this cake topper is only, I believe, 6 inches wide. So I could have got away with digging and using some more scrap paper for it. But like the white glitter cardstock was a scrap that I had. Because I had like half a sheet of a 12 by 12. I mean, the project, when it's being cut up, you really don't need that much. The most that I used was the white poster board. That was just because I wanted to thicken up the layers and make the actual foundation of it a lot stronger. How cute are these? So this is really tedious, but it's the silver metallic cardstock, and it's the little laces. So I think this part right here is the most tedious, just because they're small. Which is why I grabbed the tweezers, and then I was trying to remember, you'll see I play with it to see which one goes where. If I would have left it on the mat, then I would have known that it was like ABC 1, 2, 3 on there, but I pulled everything off the mat because I used the same mat over and over again to cut. But again, see how like handy the little trays are? I think they're perfect. Add those in. Oh, it stopped. I'm surprised my so for some reason my Mac Apple charger thingy is not charging. Like there's a shortage in the box part. And I know I just need to order a new set, but if I do, I want to make sure I order the right one. But I definitely need one because I'm over here trying to hold it in place for it to charge. It's kind of ridiculous. So on my to-do list tonight is to order a charger. So I'm just finishing up these laces real quick. I'm redoing the end of this voiceover because even though I can tell that my mic was being read, I was definitely not recording. Oops. So let's redo this and hopefully I'm not repeating myself again. But hear my daughter singing. So she's had I don't know, like a 24-hour cold, if that. She's just congested. And it came out of nowhere. And then we had one rough night. And then literally, like, these past 2 nights, this will be the second night, I put her down and she literally sings nursery rhymes, and ABCs for like 35 to 45 minutes before she passes out. Loudly, too. It's so cute. What's cute? Because she's not fussing. And I mean, the songs are educational for the most part that she sings. So I don't mind. And then when she gets super quiet, I know she's out like a light. Anyways. So I added stars to the skates. And in a minute I'll add some more stars to this. But right now I want to focus on getting it laying flatly but leveled up. So I'm going to see how much dimension I need to add and where my exact placement is. So it is looking great. Doing this one gives me ideas though. Like I have a Galaxy romper that's a top seller in my Tina B Etsy store, and I have a cow print romper. And like, how cute would it be to do like a farm theme for the cow and do like a galaxy cake topper? I could just see it. It would be super cute. But then again, I'm the one who's trying to do so much with so little time. And by little time, I mean because of my little one that's on the way. I have all these projects in my mind that I want to get done, like right now. Excuse my forehead. So I just want to make sure that's lined up properly. So I'm like running out of time, and I know I'm going to blink and she's going to be here. But I definitely do want to do a cake top for my daughter's birthday, even though I don't know if we're going to do her a party. Normally I go all out for her, and her sister is literally due like 2 weeks before her birthday. So I doubt I will be able to do everything I want to do for her, which is fine. But if I can do a cute cake topper, you know, I think she'll love that. I have no idea on the theme though. Party themes for me, excuse my head, that's in the way, are just, they're hard for me to pick. I don't know. I always want something more unique or something different or something out of the box. But who knows? Okay, so the skate is in position. Okay, so speaking of my daughter, who I just said was in bed, she just came running out of the room and surprised me, and I was not expecting her because she's supposed to be in bed going night night, but this is the first time she bust out saying she wants to party. So, anyways, let's hurry up and finish this voiceover really quickly. So, what you're going to see me do is I am going to go ahead, attach the stars on here. I'm just adding a couple extra. I'm going to put one on one star, and then I'll put some stars on top of the disco ball, which I think is super cute. I'm going to add a couple more in here. I can't believe my daughter's up. She is full of life, but I swear before her bath time, she was sleepy and rubbing her eyes. Kids. Okay. Anyway, so we're adding these stars, and we're gonna go ahead and finish this baby up. If you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, all that great stuff. If you have any questions, I have no problem whatsoever sharing where I got my products from. And if I remember, I will tell you. Like, it's not a big secret. Most of them were from Hobby Lobby. Some items like the double-sided tape and the mounting tape are from Dollar Tree. And then other stuff was ordered online, like scissors and whatnot. No, those scissors, I think, actually, those paper scissors came from Ross. I'm not even gonna lie. I think they were like a 2-pack. I don't know where the little pair is. And I'm sorry for that brief shaking of the camera. It's over. My daughter decided to run up and grab it and shake the life out of it. So, curious kids. Gotta love them. Anyway, so there's the cake topper. Now I'm going to grab some skewers because that's what I have to use to put the stick in there. And if I was doing these professionally, I would go ahead and invest in the clear ones. But with the size of this cake topper, I'm literally going to put one stick. It's going to be about halfway up. And I'm pretty sure that my best friend can position it and stick it completely down into the cake where it won't show at all. I just can't wait to see her cake and what she does. But of course, this moment, I'm tidying up my space while I wait for the glue. I'm like for the glue stick to get hot. The glue gun to get hot, so I can glue this stick down. And you'll see that the stick will be going in between the layers. It's going to go up the E into the first circle of the skate. It's the first circle, the first wheel, and then that's going to be it. Not really rocket scientist, but by adding the mounting table, Lord, it's bedtime. By adding the mounting tape, I'm able to have room for the stick to hide. If I was going to originally glue the name down completely flat, the stick wouldn't be able to hide anywhere. So I'm glad I rethought that process before the glue actually dried. Because if not, I probably would have had to add another layer, the background layer on the back side. And I would have, I don't know, I would have come up with something different, but I don't think it would have turned out this cute. Anyway, so as I glue this stick, I just want to say thank you guys for watching the video. If you were able to watch the full thing, I really appreciate it. Hear me ramble on. If you fast forward to this ending, that's great too. No hard feelings. But if you get a moment, go ahead and like, comment any questions below. And I'd like to thank you guys for watching very much and hanging out with me this evening. Let me know what you think about the finished product. Let me know if these are something you make. If you have any tips, please share them. But thank you for watching, guys. Have a great night. My baby, great night. There it goes. Thank you, guys. Bye.